Yes, Overthinker, yes. Follow your so-called quest.
A next-gen 3D platforming shooter that's essentially controlled with the equivalent of an NES controller and a zapper. It's a dream game that shatters preconceptions about what's needed to deliver a so-called hardcore gaming experience.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
All anyone wants to talk about is Adam Malkovich,
ELECTRA Complex.
gaming's Virgin Mary of strong woman characterization, here depicted as having feelings of attachment and respect to a man. People who think the game is some anti-feminist conspiracy hatched by the evil stereotype of what they imagine Japan is like are just, well, Japanophobes. What it says about how much of game characterization is made up of stuff we only think we know. It's almost as though she kinda reminded us of a heroine from some other similar story and we assumed they were exactly the same. We find out that she's a three-dimensional character. And this is a bad thing? Here, as though gamers are going, "Hey Malkovich, stop ordering the lady around and telling her where to go and when to shoot. That's my job." Mr. Overthinker, why do you hate first-person shooters? I don't hate first-person shooters. So when I say the FPS is largely responsible for most of the worst trends in gaming, I'm mostly talking about the modern state of things. The obsession over graphics, the obsession over brown and gray realism in graphics, the overemphasis on online multiplayer over single-player campaign, or even local multiplayer, the most played-out, self-limiting, creatively stifling game genre, other than sports sims. My perspective wouldn't be staring over a gun sight. My perspective would be fleeing madly in the opposite direction. How am I supposed to look at all that and not conclude that overall the rise and entrenchment of first-person shooters hasn't been a net negative for this medium? Out-of-body perspective paradoxically offers superior control of the digital self by drastically expanding the reach of vision. Trying to do anything other than walk forward, point, and shoot is such a huge pain in the ass in first-person games. Third-person games don't engage those senses either, but they compensate, in effect, by supercharging the sense they do engage. That's the gotcha at the heart of the growth of the medium. It broke out because Doug Douchebag, Middle Management Mike, Unemployable Eddie, and Parolee Pete decided that teabagging noobs was more fun than their previous methods of venting, like shooting squirrels at the dump or collecting DUIs. We are rapidly approaching a situation where, simply put, there is no money in good games. And overwhelmingly, it's our fault. This is not about trying to hate or harm or even damage GameStop. It's not about them. I'm talking about a revolution. And every story needs a bad guy. Ours is called GameStop. Break the vicious cycle. Video game retail, for lack of a better word, is broken. In other words, GameStop's brilliant business move was to move away from being a gaming retailer to being a pawn shop. Their business model has created a situation that actively discourages developers from implementing good new ideas. Not all of us are lucky enough to have a small or independent game store near us, but if you do, you should definitely make one of them your first priority on your where to buy games list. Did we forget that we, the customers, we, the gamers, were supposed to be in charge of what succeeded and what failed? WARIO'S Woods became the last NES game ever. See, as it turns out, there actually is a WARIO'S Woods.
Oh, God. Bob? Why are you dressed like a douche?
The source of all evil twins. What the hell are you? You can call me the Anti-Thinker. I'm like you. Well, I'm not like the you, but in my world, I'm you. You see, bro, those ancient legends were like totally fucking right about the anti-verse. I totally reign supreme there, but it ain't enough, right? I need way more power, Chief, and I'm totally here to take your show, bro. You wait just a goddamn minute. See you, Chief. Booyah!
So, you wondering where the Overthinker is? Well, I banished him to WARIO'S woods, don't you remember?
I've been trapped in these woods for over a month now. I've developed something of a taste for the vegetables that grow wild here in WARIO'S woods. Sooner or later, my nemesis will come to me, and we'll end this once and for all.
Da 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 da! The game Anti-Thinker's History of Video Games. Is that video games basically sucked for like a real long time.
Is he in a building or something? I'm just not feeling like the narrative. Dude, I don't know what the fuck that's even supposed to be.
You see, the problem was they was making games for fucking nerds.
Elf, Marshmallow Dude, fucking Inspector Gadget, dumbass blue rat thing.
I don't usually like games where they make you play as a girl, because I'm afraid that you're gonna have to, like, make out with a dude, or, like, get your period in one level. And then her savior appeared. John fucking Madden.
I think he's getting weaker.
It's good to be back.
What the fuck is that? Looks medieval. Completely wrong for the geography and area.
But the worst ones was about this guy named Mega Man.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Ha ha ha!